everyone, my name is Bang. My age name is Tammy. I'm 9 years old. Today I will talk about history in lesson 163 in 3rd grade. And first, I will review about the United States. Yeah. Washington, Oregon, Alaska, California, Nevada, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, Arizona, Oklahoma, Texas, Hawaii, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Minnesota, Iowa, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Wisconsin, Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, New York, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, and Maryland. And today I will talk about George W. Bush. And he was born in 1946, and then there was nothing about when he dies, and that means that he's still living today. And when he was young, he and his neighborhood friends would play baseball. But when they're not playing baseball, they were on their backs or playing other sports. And after attending elementary school in Texas, he moved away from home to attend the all-boys boarding school. And then his family was the politician family who serve in politics, and that means that they serve in the U.S. Senator as presidents. His grandfather was a senator, and his father became the 41st president. And George W. Bush decided to follow their steps. So then in election day in 2000, the votes were equal. So it counts on only one vote state of the state of Florida. And then from the Supreme Court counted the votes and announced that George W. Bush won that election. And he became the United States 43rd president. And many important things happened during his time as president. And his most difficult challenge was in his first year as president. Enemies of the United States captured 4 airplanes and flew them into three buildings in the World Trade Center. And but the 4th plane crashed into a field instead of another building because of the heroic actions of the passenger. And then many people lost their family members and homes. And after this this event, President Bush sent the military to have a war on terror to the country of Afghanistan to find Osama bin Laden. Laden. And the man in charge of this, and it was on September 11, and so they called it the September 11th attack. And so this war spread to the country of Iraq, and whose leader decided to join the United States. So the military freed Iraq from being ruled by another country, and it has, in the year of 1905, Iraq has the first free election in 50 years, and then this stopped, and many space experiments were sent. Many space missions were sent to other planets to explore, and one of that was the Spirit in the Opportunity, 2 rovers who was built to travel on the planet of Mars and to take pictures and rocks from Mars. And then the Opportunity, which was only built for a 99-day mission, was there for many years, and then NASA began to send more space vehicles to the planet Mars and other planets to study the atmosphere, and it was a vehicle that was controlled on Earth, and it will take pictures and use solar energy. It has solar panels on top of it, so as it goes, the sun will reflect its rays on the rover, and but if the dust can cover the sun panels, then the rover will stop working because there's no energy. And I will read. Young George Bush. "Come on, Georgie, hit the ball," shouted one of George's neighborhood friends. When George and his friends aren't playing baseball, they were riding their bikes or playing other sports. George had a hard time concentrating on his school work because he would rather be outside playing ball with his friends. Perhaps no one considered that this ordinary boy would help make history. After elementary school in Midland, Texas, George moved away from home to attend an all-boy boarding school in Massachusetts. He was one of the best athletes in his high school and made friends quickly. Since his favorite subject in school was history, he decided to study history in college too. After college, he served as a pilot in the Texas Air National Guard. He married Laura Welch, had twin girls, and built a successful oil company. Later, he was the owner of his own baseball team, the Texas Rangers, a family who serves. George Bush was born to a family who served in politics. His grandfather was a senator, and his father became the 41st president. Would George someday follow their footsteps? George Bush decided to run for the governor of the state of Texas, winning the 1994 election. After being re-elected for a second term, Governor Bush decided to run for president. He campaigned diligently to earn the most votes, but on election day in 2000, the votes was too close to call. The results all depended on the vote count in the state of Florida. After months of recounting, the Supreme Court announced that George Bush won the election. Young Georgie, the baseball player, was now President George W. Bush, the United States' 43rd president. Many important things happened during his time in office, and there are some important words there. Dictator, a ruler with unlimited power. Allies, countries working together for a military goal. Important names: George W. Bush, Governor of Texas, 43rd President of the United States. War on Terror, war declared by President George W. Bush against the terrorists who attacked the United States on September 11, 2001. One of President Bush's greatest challenges happened in his first year as president. Enemies of the United States captured 4 airplanes and flew them into 3 buildings on September 11, 2001. The 4th plane crashed into a field instead of to another building because of the heroic actions of the passengers. Many people died in this attack on America. President Bush decided that to protect the United States, there would have to be a war on terror. He sent the military to a country called Afghanistan to find Osama bin Laden, the man in charge of the September 11 attack. The war spread to the country of Iraq, whose leader Saddam Hussein was also believed to support terrorism. The United States military and its allies freed Iraq from this dictator. And in 2005, the people of Iraq has their first free election in 50 years. President Bush worked diligently to protect America and its allies from other countries. And and there are some important places. Afghanistan, the mountainous country in Southwest Asia, known for terrorist activity. Iraq, a country in Southwest Asia by the Persian Gulf that was controlled by Saddam Hussein. Space exploration. Since the 1960s, NASA has sent missions to space. President Bush believed the space program should continue exploring our solar system. In 2003, NASA scientists sent 2 robot vehicles on an unmanned mission to Mars. The Spirit and Opportunity rovers reached the planet in 1904. The Opportunity, while only built to last for a 90-day mission, the Opportunity rover continues sending photographs back to Earth for more than 10 years. In the beginning of 1930s, Pluto was listed as the 9th planet in our solar system. In 2006, scientists realized that Pluto did not meet the definition of a planet. It is very small compared to the 8 planets, and is surrounded by objects that are similar size to it. Scientists still study Pluto to learn more about the solar system beyond Neptune. Technology. And here's the timeline, and you can see that this is George W. Bush, and this is Chappie James, Ronald Reagan, John Glenn, and Neil Armstrong. World War I is from 1914 through 1918, and from 1933 through 1945 was World War II. America's 200th birthday was in 1976. And today I will do math skills, and it is math skills 30. And Arkansas is letter L is Oregon, letter H is Nevada, O Wyoming, N Texas, K Oklahoma, A Arkansas, G Mississippi, D Illinois, F Minnesota, J Ohio, C Florida, M South Carolina, I New York, E Massachusetts, B Connecticut. And that is all I want to talk in this history lesson. Thank you for your listening and watching. Goodbye.